excited to have you guys all here today. Thomas Teddar, our owner and CEO, founder, the man who made it all happen, is going to share the product we've been pounding out with blood, sweat, and tears. We think it's going to revolutionize the holster industry. There's some water in the back. If y'all would do me a favor and take your cell phones out and click that little button, puts it on silent. Our booth number is 641 if you guys haven't already seen it yet. Without further ado, Thomas Teddar.
Thanks everybody for coming. Very, very excited to have you here today. We've been looking forward to this moment for 2 years. Literally 2 years we've been working on this. Today, we're introducing 11 brand new holsters and a universal surface mount. Not just 11 new holsters, but 11 category-leading holsters, each one designed to be the best holster in that category. Before I get into that, I think really quick, just give you guys a sense of where we came from. That's me. 2010, I still had some hair, making the first holster. There's a book and a piece of foam, and I was at Chuck E. Cheese with my kids, and I had one of my kids run across the parking lot, and I went after them chasing, and my gun fell out of the holster and went sliding across the pavement. So that's kind of how I got started. So the reason why is I had a new gun. Nobody was making holsters for it yet. So I had to go make one. I bought a holster, and I took the plastic and messed with it and made it work with my new gun, and then I made a couple other from scratch, and before I knew it, everybody was asking for them, and I started selling them. So it kind of grew into what it is now. We're a very successful company in the concealed market. And what we started with was the original cloak duck. So this is how I got traction in the industry in the first place. Is we had a holster that I felt like was better. It thicker leather, really nice English bridle. We had thicker plastic on the front. We had a better warranty, and we were selling these for half the price. And to this day, we still sell a cloak duck original for $30. So half the price. That's kind of how we gained traction in this industry and started getting where we were, and with an incredible warranty, to a lifetime warranty on this one. So pretty early on, though, we shifted away from leather to what we felt was a better product, neoprene. And this was a Cloak Duck 2.0. It had a neoprene backer. It had a plastic core that gave it great flexibility and improved lateral rigidity. It had a vinyl surface, and then we started to upgrade the clips here right towards the end of 2.0, but by the time we launched 2.0, we were already working on 3.0. So we were working on that for quite a while. We took this to the next level. And so the 3.0 is, right now, we feel like the best thing out there, or as of yesterday. And what made the 3.0 special was we started with thousands and thousands of cycle tests. We literally built machines that could cycle a gun in and out of a holster and just run it for days and days at a time. And so we started with really strong standards. We kept the neoprene, and then we added some things. We added ballistic nylon. We added a stainless spring steel core, and that's what has really made this special. It's got a great feel, great retention, and we actually were able to patent that. And what it does is it allows us to bring that insert material down even closer than what the plastic was. So we had better flexibility, we had better retention, better support. And then the rubber face is a thermal elastomer face with a great texture on it. It's the alien skin texture, and it gives it a nice feel coming in and out of that holster. And so the 3.0 is what really innovated this. That and the modularity. Everybody loved the fact that these shells were swappable. So you undo the screws, and any shell works in any other holster. And so those are two key elements that we brought forward into the new holster system. So that backer, the patented backer, and the universal modular system. And here's where we move to our stronger clips too. We've actually come out with a nylon clip that is stronger than the steel. It can't get sprung, it won't scratch things. It has better spring, so it's a superior clip too. This has won a lot of awards and recognition. Gun Digest, Gear of the Year twice. It was voted best holster in the history of ever twice on concealednation.org. The NRA's American Rifleman has put this in their editor's choice. So it's kind of the gold standard for comfort and concealment right now, the 3.0. So I want you to keep in mind that 3.0 material as we're talking about the new one. So then we went on to the cloak mod, and this was carrying that universal piece on over to paddle holsters. This was the first universal paddle holster that we're aware of. And we spent a long time on the paddle here. We went through just dozens and dozens of prototypes on the paddle, so it's easy to come on and off, but it won't come off accidentally. And that's one more thing we've carried over to is that paddle. It also had the spring steel core, the rubber face, which made it a nice feel going in and out. So just right here around Thanksgiving, we just launched the mag carriers. Now this is a really amazing product that we worked hard on for about a year. This is an IWD-OWD convertible with our neoprene backer. It clips right on and off, very stable with no tools. So we designed this from the ground up to be zero tools. Everything works with no tools. You can adjust the cant, vertical, horizontal, anywhere in between. Again, with no tools, one simple button press and it goes in between. It can be worn as a double on the paddle. We really shrunk this down a lot too. And we were able to bring this, we have the 3 screws, just 2 tiny little dog ears. And even for a trapezoidal magazine, now you can perfectly align this to your magazine and without a lot of bulk. It's completely toolless. So we brought that bottom screw up into the mag because you can see here we have a better purchase. There's a little triangle on the bottom. So that allows little design features like that on us to make this slimmer and work better. So now we're going to talk about why you're all here. For the last 2 years, we've put our hearts and souls into this, and we're so proud to announce is 11 brand new holsters and the universal surface mount. So first, we bought a shoulder holster here. We have a customizable paddle holster. We have an appendix holster. We have, let me find this. We have a slide holster, a brand new slide holster. We have a new pocket holster. We have an amazing new ankle holster you're all going to love. We have a brand new drop thigh holster. We have a backpack holster. We have a Molle holster that can attach to any Molle. And we have a universal surface mount that can accept any of these other holsters. So that's 11 holsters working together as one, introducing the ShapeShift Modular Holster System. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Let me know why you lost your hair.
Thousands of man hours here. So this has been designed to be a modular holster system from the start to meet all of your lifestyle needs. So no matter how you're going about your life, your day, this is going to match that and do that for you. So maybe one day you want a drop thigh, maybe another day you're out in the woods hunting and you want it on your backpack strap or Molle, or maybe you want it on your nightstand, under the dash of your car when you get in your car. Maybe you want a single appendix clip one day and a hip the next. So this is going to match your lifestyle, how you're carrying, and not in any kind of a compromise at all. So every one of these, and I'm going to show you here coming up, every one of these is designed to be a great holster in that category. So there's nothing like this on the market, and I'm going to show you why it's the best. So when we started designing this, we threw out everything we knew about holsters. We started over from scratch. We didn't want any preconceptions or anything going into this. So what we did was said, what's the basic element of a holster? You have to envelop that gun. And so what we did was, as closely as possible, mirror that gun, almost like it was dipped in wax, just a perfect copy of that gun. We spent thousands of man hours detailing every line, every roll pin. You'll see there's little roll pin bits in there, the roll pins in the gun are, the slide extractor, everything. We put every detail into this holster. And on the inside too, it fits like a glove. So all of these were started in 3D models by engineers. And then we prototyped them, tested them, and then we went again and again on every single gun until it fit perfectly like a glove. Like it was made exactly for that, because it was. We're using a premium engineered polymer that is far superior to bolt-on or Kydex. Some guns are actually made out of it. It's a very superior product for that. And then we said, okay, now how do we mount this? How do we attach this and make it in all these different holsters without compromising, without having a bolt? And we did that with some universal mounting points on all sides. So every one of these holsters are going to have the 2 mounting points on the side and then on the top. So we can go from one system to the next flawlessly and easily with no tools. So no matter what gun you have, you can put it on that same mount under the dash of your car or on the same backer that you're going to wear inside the waistband. So then we started testing this, and we said, you know, as good as this is, when we're inside the waistband or concealed in a slide configuration, we still wish it was just a little bit closer. So then we came up with a split shell design. It's very simple and it's very durable. We have 3 rails in every gun that are very aggressive and they cannot come apart. And on the larger guns, there's actually a 4th rail. And then on the top and bottom, we have a twist lock to prevent accidental sliding, to prevent accidental coming apart. So it's a very strong, very simple system that's incredibly innovative. So now you can have the full shell configuration, or you can go to a split shell configuration for when you want to go inside the waistband or into the more concealable positions with zero compromise, with 0 tools. It's fast and easy. And also in the split shell configuration on the backside, we've included extra little trigger guard pieces that will solidly lock in place and cover the trigger guard from both sides in every single configuration. So let's start with the IWB holster. Forgot to pull this one off a second ago. This is where we started. So we started with the cloak tuck and we said, how can we make this better, right? It's awesome, the backer's back is really the amazing part. How do we improve on the backer? Well, we did. We started by shrinking the footprint just a hair. We pulled about 1 inch out of the width, and it still spreads the load around. It still gives you a great comfortable feel, but it actually, it brings in the footprint just a hair, and then we changed the shape of the steel on the inside just a bit. We've gone with a new texture, and these are going to be edge bound now. So we feel like the inside the waistband hip carry is the best way to carry. It's the most concealable and comfortable for most people, but there are other options available. So this is still going to be the flagship. What this does, though, let me show you another way this improves on the Cloak Tuck 3.0. So when you've got a holster here and you have these mounting points, this is your flex point, okay? This is as close as you can flex this. As great as this holster is, this holster is better. So if you're wearing a compact gun in the Cloak Tuck 3.0, it's going to feel like a subcompact in this holster. If you're wearing a subcompact in the 3.0, it's going to feel like a micro here. And that's not an exaggeration. We noticed this when we were testing this. The main reason why is we took away that flex. So now we've got a single point of flex. There's one point where this holster attaches, and it's at the top. It's a very strong, very durable attachment at the top that attaches with 0 tools, fast and easy, but it's a single point of flex. So it's going to be far more comfortable. It really makes your gun feel like it's a class smaller than what it is. Now another thing we've done here is the retention. We've changed our retention on this. So with the Cloak Tuck 3.0, you adjust retention with your 4 screws. You bring them in and out. On this, we have just a little piece that goes right inside the trigger guard. You can go light, medium, or heavy, and you can even double that up on the other side for extra retention. And also, we have those are the passive retentions. We also have active retentions. So we have a thumb lock release and a finger lock release. So, and I'll show you those as we get further on. This is all, again, injection molded, and it's far superior to Kydex or bolt run. So let's shape shift into the appendix holster. So you can see there, it's very similar. What's changed is the backer. We don't need the wings now because we're not going to attach on the outside. We're going to attach in the middle here. So what you can see is the split shell configuration. We've brought the patented 3.0 backer forward again on this one too, but the gun lays directly on that backer, and then the clip lays directly on the gun. So it's very, very slim. It's stable. It's well balanced right in the middle, and it's all toolless once again. We're going to have this table up here you guys can play with after the questions section, where you guys can play with this all you want and see how easy it is. Now this is the slide holster. We're using the same base as the appendix holster, but because it's all toolless, we're able to just pull a couple of pieces together and throw a slide holster on. It's just a couple of attachments now, and this is a slide holster. It's very close into the body, it's very comfortable, very secure, and this is concealable. So this is your outside the waistband concealment. This is the first time that we're aware of that you can do a finger lock release on a slide holster. So you can see that when you come up here, I don't have it on mine, but we have actually got a finger release on this. So you can lock it in place. Okay, let's go look at the paddle holster now. So we kind of started over when we were thinking about this too. It's the same paddle from the Clip Mod series. So it's very easy to get on and off, but it's not going to come off when we don't want it to. It's completely toolless. So it's one button, pops on, and that's it. And it's adjustable for cant. You can put it at any angle you want. Very fast with one button. In this configuration, we've got the thumb lock, so it will not come out until you press the thumb lock. And this also works with the finger, or both, or a combination of the thumb lock and the passive retention, so you get that extra click after you've pressed the thumb. So with this technology, you can shift to any surface. Now we've come up with this universal surface mount. Anywhere you can bolt this, you can put this holster. On your nightstand, the side of your bed, in your closet, under the dash of your car, in the center console of your car, at work, under your desk, anywhere you can imagine, by the front door. Anywhere you want to put this surface mount, you've got this. With one button, you go from your paddle, or drop by, or any other configuration, right to the surface mount. So let's shape shift to the drop thigh. This is a military grade drop thigh. We've got incredible ballistic nylon here, and it's very easy to get on and off. Just one strap, it goes through, and that's it. And then the buckles, you'll set these up the first time, the elastic exactly to your leg, but after that, it's just a quick buckle on and off. And then you've got the same thumb lock release that's on the paddle. And also, it comes off with one button. And is also adjustable for cant. All right, so we were playing with this when we were developing it. We were saying, geez, we can really put this anywhere. And we were just dumbfounded with how versatile this is. So as a joke, when they say, let's put it on the forearm. The next day we were wearing forearm holster prototypes, and we found it really works. You'll need to not have like tight elastic around your wrist, but it really works. You can actually take a coat and modify it with a seamstress. Cut that little, so versatile that all you have to buy is this little attachment here, and then any of your micro guns can go right there on your sleeve. And it uses this same mounting point up here. So in this case, we're able to run 2 Velcro straps through there. In some cases, we'll use a latch system. Yeah. All right. Now this is really cool. This is an ankle holster like you've never seen before. So every ankle holster either comes with a guard or belt. It goes above your knee with the little straps, or it's down there by the bottom of your shoe. This is a self-supporting ankle holster. So the way this works is the weight of the gun is transferred down this plastic, around your ankle bone, and through the bottom of your shoe. It's very, very comfortable. It's backed with neoprene. Neoprene meant it velcros right off, and you can throw in your washing machine or your dishwasher or hand washer, however you want to do it. It's also adjustable for height. So we call it an ankle holster, but it's really more of the calf holster. It tucks up right under your calf, nice and neat, and you can't see it. That's also toolless, by the way. Same, it's compatible with everything in our system. Now the shoulder holster. The shoulder holster is pretty cool. Same thing, so this utilizes our mags that we came up with. It's got these little straps that put under your belt, and so you can start off by wearing a 1911, big 45 mags over here, your 1911 over here, and the next day, maybe you want to carry a Smith & Wesson Shield. One button, it's on the mag carrier, pops on and off, and you change out your mags. In seconds, you're converted over to a Smith & Wesson Shield from a 1911, and it's very secure, it's not going to go anywhere. So, from the shoulder, let's transition and look at the pocket holster. We can't believe this hasn't been done before, not to our knowledge. Just like a knife, this is left hand and right hand compatible. You can use it in the full shell configuration or the split shell configuration, so you have complete trigger guard coverage. Either way, it just clips on your pocket. It works really, really well. The clip is made from the same durable engineered polymer that we're using in everything else. Okay, now we've got a backpack holster. When you're out hunting, camping, things like that, fishing sometimes, a backpack's the best place to put a holster. This is compatible with every backpack strap we tested it on. Works very well. We've got 360-degree rotation. And this has a thumb lock on it. So it's not coming out until you press the thumb lock. Then it pops right out. And of course, it's just got the one button. It pops off. Go right on your paddle or your drop thigh, or under your truck, dash of your truck, whatever. And it's 360-degree rotation. And that's got a very aggressive texture on the inside. The plastic is going to grab that, so you just wrap it, cinch it down in about 2 seconds. We've got a Molle holster. We've got a very ingenious way to connect to Molle. So we've got the 2 fingers that run through, and then a little T-bar on the bottom that locks it. And of course, toolless, one button, adjustable for cant. Or a backpack, wherever you've got Molle, a vest, anything like that. And guys, we're just getting started. There's a lot of accessories we're already working on that we're not talking about today, but we're just getting started. Because of how we broke this down to the base element of what it is, we're able to do anything. So here's how we're going to launch this holster. This is how it's going to start. We're going to make this available in a starter kit. And it's going to have 2 IWB holsters, it's going to have 2 OWB holsters. The 2 IWB, or the hip holster, the 2-clip hip holster, and the single-clip appendix holster. Now, I'd like to point out that the appendix holster doesn't have to be worn in the appendix. It works at 3 o'clock, even at 5 o'clock. You can do crazy things with it, like put a thumb release on an inside the waistband holster. This works. It will not come out until you press it. So it's very versatile. So those are the 2 inside the waistband holsters, and then there's the 2 outside, the slide and the paddle. Both sides of the shell, both sides of the trigger guard, so it's left or right, and it's compatible in all those situations. It comes with all of the passive retention devices and the thumb release, and then the finger when that's available. So that's how we're launching that. And because of the way we built the system, you don't have to buy like 4 whole holsters. You're getting all just a few extra accessories, and it really completes and fleshes it out to be 4 actual real holsters in all of those configurations. It worked really well. So every piece of this holster is covered, our 30-day test drive, and our forever warranty. Every single piece. Every piece of fabric, every piece of the polymer, every bit of it as usual. The starter kit will be available at launch, just those 4. The other 7 will be coming out in very fast succession, and hopefully by the end of the year, everything should be available. And we're going to launch the starter kit this summer. So we're also going to be launching with about 9 or 10 of the most common handguns. That covers 50% of sales by volume, so about 50% of the guns that people have. And then we hope to have 25 to 40 done by the end of this year, which will cover about 75 to 85% of that. So this is a lifestyle holster that matches your lifestyle no matter how you're carrying any day or how you want to carry even tomorrow. We have 11 modular holsters designed right now that will be coming out this year, and more to come. So this is just the beginning of an entire series of a completely modular lifestyle holster system. So as new announcements or as updates are coming out, you can sign up right here, aliengearholsters.com/ShapeShift. And that's going to be updated with all of our announcements as they're coming out. And then before we all come up to the table and play with everything, I'd like to take questions. I'm here for as long as you guys have questions, and then we can all come to the table and play with all that stuff. Yes, sir.